everyone, and welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. So this is our weekly chismosa reading, our weekly love and relationships. So if you're new to my channel, welcome home. Guys, don't forget to show some love. Drop some comments below, hit that like button and the notification bell. So let us begin. We're first going to do those of us that are single and looking for a relationship. Then we're going to look at those of us that are in relationships. Finally, those of us in separation. So this will be chaptered. Make sure to visit whatever section works for you. All right, Spirit, oh gosh, though, for those of us that are single, the current energy is 10 of Swords, not single for long, not single for long. All right, so let's look at this. What is happening with the singles? We have the current energy coming through as the 10 of Swords with the 8 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, clarifying that. So if you're single and you are looking for love, this tells me that Scorpio, you are on to better and brighter things, moving on for something that is nurturing and something that is stable. When we have the Queen of Pentacles energy coming through, Queen of Pentacles definitely has a clear vision on what it is she wants. And again, this is male, female. It's the archetype of being nurturing, the archetype of stability. So definitely that is the current energy that you would be bringing to the table in a relationship, because we do have, again, the ending of that singleton energy. You want more, Scorpio, and you're looking for it. So then what is blocking Scorpio with their path to looking for love? What is blocking Scorpio during this time of being single? Oh, we've got the King of Wands. Now, King of Wands is that energy, you know, here for a good time, not a long time, Scorpio. So maybe you've been playing the field. I feel also that you could be not taken as seriously. So let's just say, for example, you're part of a friend group and you might be interested in somebody in that friend group, but Scorpios are famous for the flirt, right? Maybe someone says, yeah, Scorpio's not really looking at me. Scorpio's looking at everybody. I'm not special. So that could be what's hindering you, the perception that you're, maybe hard to lock down is what I'm hearing. Hold on. And then I also have got the King of Cups. Scorpio, you are a mystery. So let's talk about it. We've got the King of Wands and the King of Cups. So this is how I think that you're being viewed, right? This is the block truly, which is, what am I dealing with when I'm working with Scorpio? Is it this the chaser of the tail, so to speak? Or is it somebody who's really deep and like trying to get to know me? I think you might be giving mixed signals out to the collective because you are single. So you're playing the field. And this, again, may not resonate with everyone. Let's say you haven't been dating in quite some time and that desire's there, but now it's time to put the intention behind the desire. So that could also be the block, that you haven't taken action on what it is that you want. So again, this is for Scorpios that are looking. If you're not looking and you don't want it, this is not the reading for you. So we've got the King of Pentacles here. That's interesting because we have 3 kings in a row. And what's behind it? With the 3 of Cups. So this is what's attractive to others, Scorpio. And I think that right now, even though you're definitely being seen, like one of your drawbacks when you're talking about the potentiality of relationships, the pool of dating out there, people just aren't sure how to read you. You're mysterious, which is also the allure of Scorpio. And what people really like about you, Scorpio, is that you seem very focused. You seem focused on what you want. You've been definitely focused on your money mindset, which, by the way, depending on when you're watching this, we do have that new moon in Sagittarius on either the 30th of November or December 1st, depending on where you live. But that's in our second house of finances and abundance. So material possessions. So that's what's coming across to others is very attractive about you. You know, we've been in a rebuilding stage for quite some time. And I think that others have noticed that, right? You have done the glow up. You've changed the way you look. Maybe you started a business, changed direction completely. I hear Scorpio's unrecognizable. And that's the allure, right? People like that. And you're also very much into your friends, right? And when I say that, it's not like you're giving of yourself like you used to be to the point of exhaustion, but you're a good time person. When Scorpio decides to leave the house, or the October Scorpios, you know, the happier ones, the more jovial, outgoing Scorpios are the October ones. Us November ones, we like to stay in, but when we go out, we're a good time. And that's attractive to other people. So I feel like that is your strong point. Play to that. And, you know, I'm just joking. I love all Scorpios. I'm November 1st, so I'm right on the cusp of my October-November saga. Comment below. What do you think? You think October Scorpios get out of the house more, or November Scorpios? I think November Scorpios are like in the cave, right, at that point. But when we go out, watch out. All right, so tell me more about what is the next step? What can Scorpio do to attract the love that we seek? What can Scorpio do to attract the love that we seek? I have here Knight of Wands. Take the action. Literally, knights are, you know, very much in pursuit of. Go after what you want. Shoot your shot, Scorpio. Shoot your shot. Because everything here says that maybe you might be too intimidating to others. Although I just heard whoever rises to the challenge is going to get your attention. Interesting. But this is also shoot your shot, right? If you've had your eye on excuse me. Sorry, guys, if you're new to my channel, when I get the pings, it really comes through. I'm hearing, you know, that what you don't recognize is that there are people that are very much into you and into all the things you do, but they are also maybe coming out of their own dark night and are a little intimidated. However, this is saying go for it. When you have this energy here, which is the go-getter, passion, drive, desire, you know, have the intimacy, do the thing. And then you also have the Eight of Cups. What are you waiting for, right? This is, you want more, go after it. The astrology is ripe, right? This is a time of expansion in our community and romantic sector of life. I feel really strongly about that. So let's see, what is coming into the near future? What are the romantic possibilities for our single Scorpios? Oh, what's this? Oh, we've got Five of Cups, right? This is about being in the past and maybe focusing too much here on a past relationship, which is interesting. Depending on when you're watching this, we are in a Mercury retrograde, and that's post-shadow period doesn't end until, I think, January, maybe the second week. So you could be reminiscing about the past, and be careful because you bring about what you think about, and they're a past person for a reason, Scorpio. You could just be really thinking about what it was to be in a relationship and missing that companionship, which is very different than missing a specific person. So as you're manifesting what it is that you want, what you want to bring towards you, be specific in that. You know, if you have a past person, what was it about them that was so intriguing? And then call on that energy, but level it up. What would you have wished happened instead? What could that person have done differently to it's not even what they could have done differently, but what could have been different about the relationship that would have made it last, that would have made you more of a cohesive couple. So I think that is what your goals are moving forward. You want to really focus on it because it's okay to reminisce on a past experience, but you certainly don't want to be so focused on that you miss the opportunities and you don't live the life that you currently have right here. So what else do we have to clarify that Five of Cups, please, for our singles? What's coming in? Be mindful, I'm hearing, of that past person. Don't get sucked into something that really wasn't working the first time around. That energy's coming through pretty strongly. especially Scorpio, one moment. Queen of Cups energy comes through. So this is great. You've got a lot of kings and queens in your reading here for the singles. And I do want to point out that we do have the King and the Queen of Cups. Now, I do like these two together, but I also feel like there is an opportunity for codependency. And when I'm telling you that somebody from the past may be showing up, especially if you are single, like they get news that you're single, they're stalking your social media, they're going to shoot their shot. Be careful. If it didn't work the first time, chances are that unless there's been significant healing and time between the relationship past and the current one that you're manifesting, and that there's actual proof and evidence that everyone has healed, then I would say that if it's the do-over, the mulligan of this relationship may not be to the highest and best for you. However, it's worth exploring what about that relationship worked and what you want to reestablish in the next cycle of relationships. So I just want to pull an oracle card here just to see what we have here for those of us who are single. What is the advice? What is it that you have for us? One moment. This reads here, what has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. And I think that's really going to be it for you singles. For us singles, I mean, I'm acting like I'm not one of them. I sure am. So, there's an energy here of like, what is it? Like deep down inside, what do you want? And maybe it isn't what you've always thought you needed. Maybe your whole life you thought you wanted engagement, marriage, house. And now Pluto's in Aquarius. The universe is changing and you're like, well, maybe I kind of like living independently. Maybe I like having a different type of relationship, or vice versa. You have to know what's true for you. And that's the point. Start asking yourself the difficult questions, especially singles and all of us Scorpios. I think the most important thing we need to carry forward is how can we remain authentic to who we are now while still being in a relationship with someone else and allowing them to be their most authentic self. All right, Scorpios. So that would be it for these singles. Guys, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop some comments below as I get into those of us in relationship. Also, Scorpio, don't forget if you are looking for a personal reading, you can do so on my website at starswithstasi.com. And depending on where you are, I am so happy to say happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. But my biggest hope for each and every Scorpio is that no matter what you do and who you are with, that you are comfortable, warm, and your belly is full. If you have an opportunity to give back during this week or anytime, make sure to do that. It's well appreciated. All right, for those of us in relationships, let's go ahead and get into it. What is the vibe for those of us in relationship? What is the vibe for Scorpios in relationship? What's happening and what's going down? The main vibe is running, escape, denial, and excuses. Scorpio, the chismosa cards are out and about. This is where we get the chisme. We spill all the tea. I'm going to tell you now. They say it like it is. It may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to know. Running, escape, denial, and excuses. What is happening with the Scorpios? All right, so let's take a look at the current state of your relationship, Scorpio. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, any Scorpio placements. If you are a cross watcher, these energies could be reversed. All right, let's get into it. What is the current state of Scorpio's relationship? Hit me with that relationship energy. What do we have? Oh, child, Tower card. Scorpio. Things are a-changin'. Comment below if you're experiencing this. Again, this is for whenever you come across this message, changes, something sudden, a dark night of the soul within the relationship. Whoever's been escaping, denying, or running, you're about to trip. Whoever that is. Child. All right, so let's see. Can we expand on that Tower card before I go further? Why the Tower? Crossroads. Wow, they do not lie. You could be dealing with the Gemini, but Generally speaking, you're at a crossroads, right? Scorpio, you're not sure, is this doing it for me anymore? Like, you know what? When the person you're with is getting on your every damn nerve, like you live with them and them like breathing, you're like, damn, you're breathing loud. That's when you know you're in trouble. And we've all been there. We've all had that relationship where you're like, you're going to breathe again? That through your nose? Stop it. You know, the whistlers. When somebody breathes and they're humming a whole damn song, I went left. The point is, why the Tower? Relationship at a crossroads, right? Pondering the future, which is very much Pluto and Aquarius, right? Pluto is going to shake shit up and it's going to force you to do the things that are meant to bring you to your highest and best. And it's going to expand your mind big time. So this here is saying if you're in a relationship and you've even had the fleeting thought, like, man, I think I'm not being my best self because of this person. And truly, it's not because of them. It's because of the way you perceive the amount of control they have in your life. Think about it, right? Nobody can make you do or behave or act or whatever in a way you don't truly want to, or unless you're really in a place of complete fear, in which case, get out, right? Otherwise, it's a perception. And, you know, I think that the opposite, I think the polarity of the Lover's card, the Devil card, Capricorn energy. So, you know, if you are feeling like you can't trust your person, it looks like there is some kind of denial there. All right. So now what makes this relationship strong, Spirit? Like tell me something good about this relationship. What makes Scorpio stay? What are the strengths, right? When we're talking about the relationship you're in right now, Scorpio, what binds Scorpio with this person? What are the good vibes? What's the good juice? Six of Swords. And this is moving ahead. I feel like maybe this person might have promised you a future, might have promised you that things were going to be easier, better, happier, more stable. And maybe you're holding on to that. But there seems to be something in denial. Like, are you feeling like that instead of moving forward with this Six of Swords vibe, are you feeling like instead you've hit a rock? Interesting. That's how it's coming through. Is there anything that we need to know to clarify this Six of Swords for my singles? Or I'm sorry, for my Scorpios in relationship? It's funny that I just called this the singles because I'm hearing that a good 75% of you, and forgive me, Scorpio, this could go either way. Only you know your truth. But it's coming up, good 75% Scorpios are going to make a decision to perhaps leave the relationship. So, yeah, if you're choosing to stick it out, there might be some opportunity here. We'll get to that later. However, what's binding you with this person is the belief system that you have better days ahead and that the family is everything, that you're going to have a family. This person's, like, again, the person that you're in relationship with is either a spouse or someone that has promised you longevity, stability, love, support. And you are at a crossroads right now for some reason. So let's get into it. What else do we have? What are the obstacles, right? So now we know what binds you with this person. You see a future with them. You were promised that. You expect it, right? You feel like you've put in your energy, your honesty. So what is the problem with Scorpios right now? The ones that are in relationship? What's the barrier, Spirit? What's the obstacles? What does Scorpio need to know? The obstacle, Chariot, right? Maybe you're feeling like you're always in, I just heard a pissing contest, and that's never good. Like you're in a relationship tit for tat, or maybe you're feeling like the other person has too much control, and that's how it's coming through. It could be moving just a little bit too fast. It could be, That's how it's coming through. A little bit too fast, a little bit too possessive. You're feeling like, you've got to get a handle on things. The other thing that I'm getting, Scorpio, is that, remember how I said there's a chunk of us that are most likely going to step away from this energy? There's also a chunk of you guys that that this is like that new relationship energy, and then the problem is that you got really absorbed in it, like all the sex, all the fun, all the feels, and like your life just has spun out of control. And so you've got to get like you've got to gain control and perspective again, and not get swept up by all the excitement. And that's really the challenge here, is like keeping a steady pace. Things might be moving too fast. Yeah, and also Scorpios, I do have to say this because the Empress card, and I just got this ping. Be mindful of having any type. Listen, unless you are looking to start a family right now, you need to take every effort and every measure to protect yourself from expanding, Empress card, unless that is something you really want, because you go from 9 of Cups, not single, but like you're only taking care of yourself and the responsibilities that you are already in possession of, and then boom, Empress, like birthing. So and we are in that energy where if Scorpios are really primed to get pregnant between now and February is how it's coming through. So things might be moving a little bit too fast, and that's kind of giving you pause. So that might be one challenge as well. Like you might feel like you're losing your independence. So now what is the advice for Scorpios who are entering this here? And Spirit's also saying, don't get so emotionally involved when you are at a crossroads with your partner. I just heard that. Like, not everything has to be a full-on fight. Sometimes you need to just take a position of like, let me hear my partner, even if they're having a difficult time expressing their needs. Because not everyone, Scorpio, is as deep as us, which is a fact, right? Unless you're dealing with a Pisces, right? Maybe another water sign. But for the most part, we are very, very deep thinkers. And we do it like that, right? Because we're always thinking, always leveling up. Others, it takes them some time to get to that place. And so when they finally do, it's so important that we listen with an open and calm mind and reserve our emotions, because you have a choice. You can respond from a place of emotion or a place of utility, a place of function. Do you want to listen, absorb, and create something, or do you really just want to fight it out? Right? Because when you are listening from a place of function, it's with intention to function and provide something of value back. When you are fighting or responding with pure emotion, you find yourself in a circular, illogical conversation often with yourself, because the other person is, it's almost like you are woman or mansplaining something to your partner, and that's not. Like, your partner doesn't want facts and figures. Your partner wants loves, hugs, and listening. And that works both ways. All right. So what is the advice for Scorpios in relationship? How can they nurture their relationship? Okay. So the advice here is make sure not to lose yourself. 9 of Cups. Because remember, what your partner likes about you, what your partner was attracted to, more than likely was your ability to be independent and sexy and sassy and, strong, right? You don't want to be so much of that there's no space for the other person, but that is a drive. So find the road back to you. Find the road back to what brings you happiness, and don't deny any part of you. Because this is important, that you show up in your relationship as your true, authentic self. And if you doing this is what has you at this crossroad, then there is no other choice but for sudden change to happen. Because you can't sustain, right, a mask in a relationship, no matter how much you want to. So what is the potential outcome for this relationship for Scorpio? What is the highest outcome for those in relationship? What is the highest outcome? Oh, King of Cups. I got 2, and the Ace of Swords. So, I think communication is key because Ace of Swords. Communication is key. Listening, understanding, right? Processing that, and really just having those moments of clarity because you want to. King of Cups, because you know at this point that it's important for you to hear your partner, but your needs matter as well. And that's where the King of Cups is really strong. The King will offer a cup of compassion. The King will listen. The King is available, but never putting themselves on the chopping block without, you know what I mean? Like, this is self-preservation as much as it is fact gathering and information. So I feel very much like if you're at a crossroads and you really feel like you want to save this relationship, the key to saving your relationship is having an open mind and an open heart, having some very real conversations with your partner, and let go of all of this denial. Stop running from whatever it is, because honestly, whatever it is that you have morphed into isn't going to go away. It's who you are. It's who you are moving forward. And hopefully, right, you're with a partner that understands the evolution of Scorpio. And if you're not, it may be time for you to cut bait, in fairness, because you can't escape yourself, Scorpio. And you're too good to be hiding. So, all right, Scorpio, thank you. This is for those of us that are in relationship. Now we are really going to get into the nitty gritty. If you are in separation, now you know this is where the real deal chismosa cards come in. These do not play. I'm going to apologize now because you guys know, if you've been following me, that these cards drop it like it's hot. Again, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment below which is your situation. Are you single, in relationship, or are you looking? What is it? Are you in separation? All right, what is the theme for those? Give me the chisme. Give it to me. What's happening? Where'd they go? 3 cards on these, please, while we look. Hold on. 3 flew out. Child, you know how these go. Here we go, Squirt. Oh, we have 4, and I'm going to take them before I pull the rest. If you are in separation and you want to know what the energy, it says, I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. Mwah. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I deserve you, because you don't. You don't deserve Scorpio, so you know how I feel. You're always on my mind. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, you've got a stalker. Someone's always on your mind, or you're always on someone's mind. And it says, I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. Yeah, well, they can take a picture. That's how I feel about it. Tell them to stalk your social media. If they miss your smile, then maybe they shouldn't have made it go away. You know how I am, Scorpio? The chismosa comes through, and I have to read the tea. All right, so if you are in separation, what is the current state? Tell me all about it. What is the current state of this relationship besides in the shitter? Listen, it is what it is. If it was going well, you wouldn't be in separation. I'm just telling you. Show me the current state of this relationship. Oh, stop it. The moon. The moon. You could be dealing with a Pisces, but this is saying you don't know. You don't know. You don't know what's going on. That's the current state. You're like, what? The energy is going on. Where's my person? Are they cheating? Who are they with? What are they doing at night? How come they're not calling me? Why haven't they texted me? Whose underwear is this? I just heard that. I'm just saying it's for somebody out there. I don't know. It just came through. Child, if you found somebody's drawers and you're watching this trying to figure out what's happening next, go to the clinic. That's what's happening next. A trip to the... I took it too far. All right, lesson learned. Lesson learned. So right now you are in this situation where you don't know what's going on. This person says they're sorry. They couldn't be what you needed from them. They're always on your mind, or you're always on their mind. They want to make you happy, but they're out there laying pipe. Or whatever it is that you would say equivalent to a lady. All right, now, lesson learned. What did you learn from this Four of Swords? You know what? Maybe you learned to let them hang themselves. That's how it's coming through. So Four of Swords is all about like hands off, relaxing, releasing, letting it go. Maybe this up and down relationship has taught you, let them hang themselves. Show me who you are, right? In other words, you're not going to keep looking. You're not going to keep asking the questions. You're really fed up. And the way I see this, Scorpio, is you saying, I can't put any more energy into this. I don't care. You're going to call me? Call me. You're not going to call me? Don't call me. I'm going to live my fabulous life. And maybe that's what you do. Scorpio, it's very possible that you just go ahead and take yourself a little vacay. Look at that. And maybe the fun in this relationship was that you could let loose. Maybe you had a very fiery sexual relationship with this person. It's coming through that way because it says you're always on my mind. And I'm getting that like you provided, if that makes sense, right? You brought something out in them as much as they brought something out in you. And that's probably what you're focused on based on this. So what doesn't Scorpio know? What doesn't Scorpio... Let's see. What does Scorpio need to know about this relationship? Hold on. I'm going to tell you what I saw. I just saw the Four of Wands and I heard they're married. And this came up last week. So if this feels like this is for you or you think the other person might be in a relationship or is married, watch that reading as well because I talked about that. So this is the second week. This is for somebody where your person, you don't know what's going on. You thought things were great. And then you're like, well, what happened? Married. All right. And I think last week, if I remember correctly, there might have been some trouble in that paradise. So... not that you should stay for that, Scorpio. All right, so what's being hidden from Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know about their person? It says Four of Pentacles. Look, trouble at home. I'm not lying. So can you see in this particular deck how it's a couple here and you see that this person is on their phone and then this person is looking over the shoulder. So unseen factors. You're in separation from someone, someone's on to you. Whether it's you are the one stepping out or vice versa, like your partner knows. And I would say this, it feels like there is some type of third party. If you couldn't trust your person, this is kind of confirmation, right? And maybe they're not doing something in the 3D, like maybe they're not actually already involved, but they're out there, they're dating, they're online. So this is like be more guarded with yourself. The other thing, be more guarded about what you post because remember how I said you're always on my mind? This could be that somebody's stalking you a little bit. So, safety first, Scorpio. If you are in separation and you need to be, then be more careful about what you post online. Everything's accessible. Remember that. Is there a bridge towards reconciliation? Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. So I'm going to pull one more card because I don't think so much that it's a new beginning with the same person. I feel like this is moving forward with a new, altogether something completely different. So let's check why the Ace of Pentacles. Why the Ace of Pentacles, please. Let's clarify that for those of us in separation. Why the Ace of Pentacles for Scorpio is being clarified by the King of Pentacles. Interesting. You could be dealing with an earth sign or attracting an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This could be a professional, someone who's very handsy, a craftsman, something like that. It could be, and again, this could be male, female. So an artist, someone who actually crafts and uses their hands. You could be attracting someone new, or this could be the person that you're in relationship with. But as far as like, is there a bridge to reconciliation? I mean, look, I would say this, not the way the relationship is. Things really have to change. And I would say that this person isn't telling you everything. And maybe you're not sharing everything either, right? Scorpios are very mysterious. So there's an energy here of like both people maybe concealing things and not being forthcoming. So perhaps based on this stuff over here where this person doesn't feel like they deserve you, they don't think they're good enough for you, don't repaint them, Scorpio, because the same way you hold your cards close to your chest, so do they. And maybe what you find out in the long run may be something you wouldn't have entertained even for 5 minutes, right? Maybe somebody's past is a little hairy, something like that. So I would say when it comes to reconciliation, I do see that you have a different option ahead of you. Somebody who's more artistic, somebody who's more with their hands, maybe even a business owner. Interesting. And then I have the Queen of Pentacles here. So look, I've got the King and Queen of Pentacles showing up. If, you're going to have to determine if this is for you, Scorpio. Because I'm feeling like this past person isn't telling you everything. I'm feeling like they have a whole nother life going on. They've got a whole bunch of other stuff and insecurities, all these things. This doesn't feel like a very confident vibe. Meanwhile, I see new opportunity coming in where it's somebody who meets you where you are, because I've got the King and Queen of Pentacles together. This is like my favorite vibe, these two. Seriously, because these are builders. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Look, there are going to be some of you that are literally in a relationship with an earth sign, and then you really feel like it's going to work out, and it's just a matter of getting through some difficulties. Okay. Then I'm seeing a new beginning there. But for everybody else, for the most part, you know who you are. If you have somebody who really isn't meeting you where you are, somebody who is like kicking the can down the road, but always in your DMs, never has the time for a phone call, always talking about what they're going to do, but never do it. No, ma'am. No, sir. No. You've got a builder coming your way, somebody much, much better. All right, Scorpio, that is what I would say to you. You don't want to be stuck in a loop. You want to be making decisions from a place of function where your decisions will serve you and whoever's involved with you. You don't want to be living in a loop. You don't want to kick the can down the road. If it's not working, cut bait. If it's worth putting the work into, put the work into it. But real work, and expect the same from your partner. Do not repaint someone when they show you who you are. All right, guys, comment below. What is your chisme for the week? What is the chismosa card saying to you? Are you single? Are you in relationship? Are you in separation? Inquiring minds want to know. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to check back. I'll be doing a reading for the new moon in Sagittarius happening in our second house of resources and money. And then I'm also going to be doing the weekly reading. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all of your time and support. It's been such a journey, and I hope you have enjoyed 2024 and all it's had to offer. Remember, guys, that we are all just stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other, and may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead, Scorpio. Thank you so, so much, and happy holidays.